host here at rockinguitarlessons.com. That's Chuck Berry with Johnny Be Good. This one goes out to everyone, starting from my dad to my mom to every guitar player out there. Great song. Kind of started the whole rock and roll thing, man. Probably one of the biggest songs. I don't know. Or maybe it's just me. But anyways, you want to tune standard in this? I'm going to show you, this is probably, man, one of the most notoriable guitar riffs ever written. And everyone since Chuck Berry has seemed to emulate it in some way, shape, or form. Up until even now. So let's jump into this. A little tricky, but very fun to play. So if you tune standard, and this is in B flat major, or A sharp major, however you want to look at it, go 6G with your middle finger. You're going to pick that, slide it a half step sharp, right up to 7. Then go 6B, 8B, so we have, and then bar the 5th fret with your index finger. And you're going to hit string 2 and 1, do a half step slide up to 6. Once you get to 6, pick them twice. So we have, then start that slide again on fret 5, repeat it. So we have, and then back to the 5th fret, bar again, slide to 6, and then pick it one time after that on the B and E. So up to there. And it's good, you guys hear me talk about this a lot. It's like this with really with anything in life. If you subgroup something, which basically means break it down into smaller pieces, it's easier to figure out. It helps the muscle memory. So if you see it in little chunks, and also it allows you to be able to play it a lot cleaner, so you can articulate yourself better in a little chunk rather than taking on the big picture and just kind of guessing and slopping through it. Perfect the little pieces, add a little more to it, go to the next subgroup, then add the first subgroup. You know what I mean? It's like reading a sentence. When you're 5 years old, if you can, this is memorize it, but take 3 words. Then you got it here. Then you add a couple more words. Before you know, you have a sentence, and then after that you've got a paragraph. So which is a song. That's just how I think of it in my mind. So far. Then go 9B with your pinky, 8B with your 3rd finger, and 6B with your index. And then go up to 6G, then 7G. I'm using 1st and 2nd finger. And then 8D, and go 3 times. So we have, or actually 2 times on that. And then go up, you're pretty much where you need to be. Go up and bar the 8th fret on strings 5 and 4 with your 3rd finger. And go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. It's 8 times. But try to accent it the way I counted it. Da 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 da. You're hitting a little harder on, Think of a train rolling, it's got the drive to it. You want that in this explosive riff here. Because there is a difference. If I don't accent, it sounds like this. Hear the difference between that and going, oops, picking a little harder. So we have pretty cool little part. Chuck Berry's playing notes with an accord here. Go 7D and 6G, 3rd and 2nd finger. Do a half step slide to 8 and 7. Leave them down. Then add your 1st finger to 6B and then pick the G and B string. That's why I was saying leave it down, because we need that 7th fret off the G. So we have, then leave everything down, go pinky on 8B and pick the G and B, which winds up being 7 and 8 on the G and B. Then lift your pinky off, hit the same 2 strings, G and B. So we have, then this part's a little tricky. 7G with your 3rd finger, pick, and then quickly slide over to 5G, and then go 3G, and then 5D. I spoke of subgroups earlier. This is a prime example of a good little subgroup to do, is right after those chord things you did, going and getting used to that feel. Okay, ready for the next part. Let's do it. 8G, third finger, and 6B with your index. When you do this bend, which we're going to do off the G string, put your middle finger on fret 7 behind it to help stabilize it and give it the strength that it needs to achieve that whole step bend. Okay? And your index can stay on that 6th fret B. As a matter of fact, bar the 6th fret on the B and the E. You'll see why. So now we have 2 fingers to strengthen this bend. You're going to pick the G, do a whole step bend. Remember, a whole step is 2 frets, so it should sound like fret 10 when you're done bending. And then pick the B string. And you're going to do that again. And do it again. But this time bend the G and then hit the B and E. So it winds up going. And then go back to the original way. Do the bend and then the B string. Here's that part. Wait, let's try it again. And then do another one of those. And then we're going to repeat it all, but you don't do the bar on the 6. You can bar it, but don't pick the high E string. So it winds up being 5 times of this. So all that is, oops. And then we're going to go. Really cool, fun riff here, taken out of the pentatonic scale. Go bend the 8th fret G, whole step. Then go 6E, 9B, 8B, 6B. So you can practice that as a subgroup. Now he's not playing it super fast, so you can get away with down picking all of it. And I believe that's how Chuck Berry's doing it anyways. Actually, I know it is. And then go 8E, 6E, 9B, and 8B, 6B, and 8G. So all of that phrase is. And then this part's really interesting what Chuck Berry does. I like it. He goes 7th fret on the G with his middle finger, does a half step bend. If you need to, put your index behind it, but I do that, it's just a habit. And then he does, like I call it a rake, like an exaggerated, you know, like an arpeggio kind of. But you'll mute the G, and then you'll be barring the 6 B and E. And then go 9B, 8B, and 6B, and do a double pull off. And then 8G. So we have. Oops. You're gonna hit, when you hit that 8G, bend it a whole step, and then go to 6B, and do that twice. Then bar the 8th fret on the G and B, and then bar the 6th fret on the G and B with your index finger instead of your 3rd now. And when you do that, this is a lot of the 50s and 60s rock did this type of thing. You're going to hit those 2 and then hammer onto the 7th fret on the G with your middle finger. Be careful when you hammer on that you don't mute out the underneath string, the B string. So it's easier said than done if you're not used to doing that type of thing. So, and then 8D. Yeah. Okay, so that's it, man, for one of the most notorious guitar riffs right there. Learn it, subgroup it, play it the right way, man, and slow it down, and you know, the speed will come with time. Really quick, I'm not going to spend a lot of time in this, but this is a common chord progression here. If you go 6E, 8A, and go 2 times on those strings, and then stretch up to 10A, leave your index on 6E. So you'll go twice, add the pinky, and then lift the pinky off. And then go back to that initial power chord there. And he just repeats that. And then he just drops it down to the A and D, does the same thing. That type of thing all the way through. So have fun with it, guys. I'm Mike Gross. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Once you've done that, send me your favorite songs that you've always wanted to learn. Have them played in the right tunings, the right strings, right frets. That's what I'm aiming for with all these lessons. I'm not good at a lot of things, but I'm confident with music, and I want to give it to you the way these bands are actually playing them, not just a throw-together version of kind of how it goes. So if it has my name on it, I want it to be right. And so far, you guys are digging it that way, which is cool. What else? The Ultimate Beginner's Guide DVD is ready. It's 2 hours of lessons. If you're interested, hit me up at rockinguitarlessons@hotmail.com. It's $20 for the DVD. We have digital download as well. My website is rockinguitarlessons.com. It's $25 to join that and become a premium member. That's coming at the end of 2012. I have a lot of you guys on hold for that. Thank you, man, for sticking with me. And thank you for your support, too. Also, a lot of you subscribers are asking me about Skype lessons. And I had said no, I just wasn't really interested in doing it. And a lot of people are interested. So I think starting in November of 2012, I will be doing the Skype lessons. It's $35 for a half hour or $60 for an hour. And if you do the month where we do a lesson a week, it'll be a discounted price. So spread the word about Mike Gross, my website, all this stuff. We'll talk to you later. Thanks, you guys. This YouTube community has far exceeded my expectations. And hearing how it's helping you guys is really awesome, man. It's a good feeling. So we'll catch you back here for another lesson. See you later.